Hello, Selena here. Today I'm going to show you how to make a reel with overlay in CapCut. So recently I've shared a post about my results. So basically I have a bunch of commission coming in from a vendor and I've gathered all the emails together in one place. And then I've created a step-by-step tutorial showing you how to do that in my other video. So if you're interested about learning how to do that, make sure you check out that video. And today we're going to talk about how to add the overlay into that video. And just to make it a little variation and make it interested, because recently I saw the oil price went skyrocket. So I thought that would be a good example to use it as a green screen, as a background. And I wanted to show it in a different format because last time I showed it in a video, you basically have a video in the background. And this time I wanted to show you using a photo, an image as a background, and then adding a video in front of it as an overlay. So first you want to open CapCut. And then let's create a new project. Let's find that photo. This is one of the gas station in California, which showing the gas price, it's going skyrocket. So I thought it would be interesting to show as a background. So we're going to use that one as a green screen. So first I wanted to make the video a little bit longer because now you can see it's only a 3-second one. You wanted to have it a 6 or 7-second reel to begin with. Let's make it 6 seconds. And to make it interesting, I wanted to add a little bit of a zoom effect. So let's split that. I put my cursor to where I think I want to split it and then just hit on the bottom, split, and it will cut your frame into 2 different clip. And now I wanted to add an effect and then do video effect. You want to pick zoom lens. All right, zoom lens. So that will show you like a zooming effect. And then next, we want to add a overlay. So let's select on the bottom, you can see overlay. You can just select that and then add overlay. And what we're going to add is the clip we're going to put in front of it. So here we go. And then next, we want to do remove background. Remove background. So the pro version, it gives you the ability to do auto removal. But free version, you can also do, what is it called? Custom removal. That will also work. You just have to have a little more patient. And then you want to make sure you click the brush, because sometimes by default, it will have the quick brush selected. Then you will accidentally use that feature. So you want to make sure you select the brush instead of the quick brush. So here is where you want to have a little bit patient. Select everything you want it, and then make sure you have everything colored. And then you can adjust the size of your brush to make it a little bit smaller. And then go over to the hair area because that's the area where the light is shooting on. It will normally show it. And then you can use the eraser to touch up a little bit there. Let's go back, use the brush a little bit again, just to fill it in. There. All right, I think it looks good. So now we have the background removed. Next, let's add a audio to it. And you can click sound and then just pick something that you like. Just go through it and then see if there's anything that you think you like. And in this case, I have a saved one. Okay, I'm just gonna add that. And then you want to make sure you trim it at the end. So your video end here, you wanted to trim it here. So you select the sound and then hit split, and you can just delete whatever you don't want it. So now let's see. We have 3 layers. We have our green screen layer at the top, and then we have our overlay, and then we have our music. And I wanted to also add some text. So just click on text, add text, and then by default, you can add text, and you can use 2 fingers to scroll them down. If it's too big, you can add it. So in this case, type your text right here. Nobody talking about what just happened in the oil industry. All right. And then if it's too big, you can hit return and then make it into 2 line. And then again, you can scroll down a little bit. And then you can choose, like, if you want a background, because now I have a video, so I wanted to make a background. I want to have something in the background so it looks more stand out. Okay, so you can play with it. It's under the style and you can choose the font however you want to. You have a free one, and then there are the one that marked with a diamond, that is a pro feature, but you have some other options that you can choose from. So let's say I like the text, then you can adjust the size. You use 2 fingers to touch your screen, and then you can adjust the size however you want it. Let's say that's a good size, I like it. And then you can move it around. I don't know if you can see at the top there is a guideline. So once you have a guideline, you know that it's on center and you can let it go. Next, adjust the length of my text. So you just move it around and then you stop at the end where your video ends. And now let's look at it. Now I have all my layers and then there. All right, so let's see. So there, that's how you would do it. One more thing I do want to mention, you see there's a plus sign at the end, it says add ending. Usually CapCut by default, it will have a preset. So let's see, you click on me at the lower right-hand corner, you go to setting, and then there's a feature called add default ending. You want to make sure you deselect that because I already turned it off. That's why you don't see that ending. If you just started using CapCut, you will have an ending at the end. So you just want to make sure you turn that off. So it won't show every time when you create a new project. And then you just hit export. There you have it. Yay! And then you can find your video inside your photo right here. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. Happy creating. I'll see you next time. Bye.